this black magic.
What are we drinking, Kendall?
We are drinking bulletproof coffee.
What the hell is bulletproof coffee?
It is gold. That's what it is.
It's golden coffee?
French pressed coffee, because that's the only way to do it is French pressed. And then you add a tablespoon of coconut oil and a tablespoon of butter per 8 ounces of coffee. So
a tablespoon of olive oil and a tablespoon of butter?
No. Coconut oil.
Coconut oil?
And butter.
Nice. Look at this guy. Fancy. Ninja. Baller right here. Hey, what's up guys? It's Chris from Barbell Beasts. I'm here joined by a good friend of mine that I'm going to go ahead and let himself introduce himself.
What's up guys? Name's Kendall Hart. My training background is I started out bodybuilding, hit the gym, 5 sets of 10 reps, like everybody else. And then I got into powerlifting from this guy and did that for about a year. Got really stupid strong, so.
Yeah, Kendall's a good buddy of mine. Like I said, he said, we really met each other in the gym, back in your regular commercial gym. And he's always been he's always been a grinder ever since I know him. Ever since I've known him, he's always worked hard towards his goals. And I thought it'd be nice to have him, kind of share what his training background and how he diets, because I know he's lost a lot of weight, right?
Yeah. Right now I'm down 45 pounds. So
he's down 45 pounds from when I met you. You were probably 45 pounds heavier, right?
Yeah.
So he's definitely lost a lot of weight. He looks good. His chest is sticking out more than how he sits. Yeah, I feel like he'd be good to have, here with you guys, kind of guy to explain to me, or to help me explain some of the benefits of the Paleo Diet, and versus other diets like the low carb, low fat, and stuff like that. So, kind of talk to us about kind of like your diet and how you lost like 40, 45 pounds.
Well,
what did you do consistently? What would you say are the main keys that help you lose weight?
One, I hit the gym 5 days a week.
Okay.
And if it wasn't 5, it was at least 3.
Okay.
Busy schedule, you just gotta squeeze it in. You gotta make it a priority to hit the gym at least. But also, really hitting more of a paleo-esque diet. When I say paleo-esque, I still eat bread, but it's in minimal fashion. I still drink milk, but again, very
milk would be considered paleo too, isn't it? I think milk is considered paleo since it's from a natural source.
That's true. I've heard a lot of people talk about that too.
But I think veganism is where you actually cut out all the dairy.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want, I don't do good with milk, so I don't drink milk at all.
Yeah. But you can always supplement that with Almond Joy.
Yeah, I do drink almond milk and stuff. But that's cool, man. So what kind of workouts are you doing? Like bodybuilding type stuff?
Well, I started out bodybuilding stuff, and then just got bored with that, because it's the same thing. You do chest and arms, and then you do every day is a different body or a muscle group.
Yeah, I'm not knocking on bodybuilding because I like the sport. I like where it's going right now, especially since they added the classic physique into Olympia. But for me, I'm like, I was so into it. I followed all these people on YouTube that are bodybuilders that had like amazing physiques, and I was like, I want to look like that one day.
Yeah.
I watched Pumping Iron like 5 or 6 times. I watched Generation Iron once, and I was like, these guys are inspiring me. And I found out that I wasn't really as good as I thought I was. I had a lot of muscle, but I just couldn't follow the diet, bro.
Oh yeah, you've gotta. Your diet has to be beyond straight.
Like to be honest,
you can't eat out ever.
Yeah. I couldn't follow the diet. I really wanted to, but I couldn't. I found that following a more paleo type diet, it has definitely helped me a lot more. So my background, kind of like Kendall, I started off powerlifting for football when I was in high school. And once football was over, I continued training, because it's a part of you. Once you start working out, you like it. You get into it, you grow a lot of muscle, and then you want to keep adding on. So I started doing a lot more bodybuilding. between 19 and 21 years old. And then when I turned 21, I actually competed in a couple powerlifting meets here in New Mexico with NASA. It's an amateur organization, and I did really well for my first powerlifting meets. But it's not where I wanted to stay. I wanted to do more. I wanted to be more athletic. I want to do more stuff than just bench squat, deadlift all the damn time. So I pursued CrossFit. I found over the past 11 months that I've been doing it. I think next month will be a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next month a year.
When did you get your level 1?
In November of last year. But I was CrossFitting before that.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's about to be a year that I've been CrossFitting, and I just love it. I like the training, the clean and jerks, the snatches, all those are probably some of my favorite lifts.
Right.
I'm good at them. But I feel like there's a lot of carryover between powerlifting and CrossFit. So if you're a powerlifter thinking you might want to be trying CrossFit, go ahead and make that step. Take that jump, because I think you'll be better than you actually estimate yourself to be good.
Oh yeah, because that residual strength just carries over.
Yeah.
Being strong helps.
Cool, man. So what would you consider the paleo diet like? Give me like a summary of what's in the paleo diet. That for you.
So meat, lots of protein. So
how much of your diet would be meat? Because I read books like between 40 and 50%.
Well, right now I'm at 35% protein.
Okay.
And I'm on a little higher fat diet. I think I'm at 30 on my fats, 30% on my fats.
Okay.
And so, and then the rest are carbs. And I get my carbs from mostly sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes?
I love sweet potatoes. And so that higher fat diet has actually helped me train my body to start burning body fat as a fuel source.
Yeah, definitely.
So
if you guys didn't know, taking in a higher amount of fats, good essential fats, let's say fats from walnuts, almonds, red meat, chicken, fish, all the good fats, that actually helps you burn more fat because your body has more fat readily available, other than using carbs as an energy resource.
Yeah.
So,
and then also timing my carbs. Really getting more of my carbs in the morning and then post workout.
Okay.
And so I do a carb protein shake after a hard workout. So
definitely, I do the same thing. But just kind of do a brief overview. The paleo diet consists of meat, all right, nuts, veggies, fruits,
minimal fruits.
Minimal fruits.
You want to keep fruits to less than what you're taking in your vegetables, because a lot of people think
because meat and nuts are probably gonna be the base of your diet.
Yes.
And vegetables.
Yeah. And the issue I find a lot of times is people they look at the old school nutrition pyramid and they go, okay, fruits and vegetables. No. It needs to be vegetables then fruits.
Yes.
So
because they put those together.
Yeah.
If you give a kid a salad or some mangoes or pineapples, what's he gonna eat? He's gonna eat the mangoes and pineapples just because they have more natural sugars in them and they taste better. But
oh man, that's good coffee.
So the paleo diet. If you guys are familiar with CrossFit, you guys will find out that the actual CrossFit prescription diet is paleo based by Coach Greg Glassman. I forgot how his saying goes. He said, how's it go? It goes meat, veggies, nuts and seeds.
Yeah.
Some fruit, little starch, no sugar. So that's the CrossFit prescription diet. For me, from my experience, I think the paleo diet is probably one of the best starting point for a beginner, especially if you don't know anything about dieting.
Yeah.
Have never actually tried to manipulate your diet.
Oh, and it's really easy to manipulate to set or to for your goals. So if you want to lose weight, you can manipulate a paleo diet a lot easier than you can with anything else out there, pretty much, because it's real food. And so that's the big point, is you want to eat real food.
I think that's the biggest point, the biggest benefit about the paleo diet is that the food that you're eating is full of nutrients and all the shit your body needs, versus a if it fits your macros type thing.
Yes.
Okay. So there's a lot of people that follow if it fits your macros. I used to be one of them. I'm pretty sure you used to be one of them.
I used to be one of them. I still do macros, but it's definitely
just more paleo based,
more
right?
paleo based.
So when it goes to if it fits your macros, for you guys that don't know, it's basically you're eating a set number of calories a day, as well as macronutrients, like for example 200, 200, and 100 maybe. And what you're doing if it fit your macros is you just gotta eat enough food that fits your calorie intake and your macronutrients. And that could be like, you can eat whatever the hell you want basically, as long as you hit those numbers. So what I used to do is I used to just eat whatever I wanted, and calculate it into my, my fitness pal. But I mean, I was so nutrient deficient, dude. I could definitely tell a big difference when I switched over to natural foods.
Yeah.
Because you have all those good nutrients and vitamins and minerals.
You're hitting your macros.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people miss out on, is actually hitting their micronutrients for the day. And with paleo, you tend to hit that a little easier.
Yeah.
Than, okay, I ate a cheeseburger minus all the bread.
Dude, man, if it fits your macros, I mean, if you can do it, it's cool. But I mean, you definitely got to make sure you're taking at least a vitamin, a fish oil, all kinds of other stuff like that.
Yeah. So, what's the big selling point with low carb? What do you think?
With low carb, the biggest selling point, or the biggest seller of low carb, I think, is bodybuilding. But definitely, the biggest selling point with low carb, I think, is the assumption that you're gonna lose body fat with it. It's the biggest one.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody wants to look fucking sexy and ripped. But like I said, that's probably the biggest selling point is the body fat block, what they want to lose. No one wants to go low carb just to go low carb.
Yeah,
they want to go
because
low
it's
carb.
not fun.
Yeah, they want to go low carb because they want to lose body fat percentage. And there's a difference between going low carb and going no carb.
Yeah.
I feel like some people get like super close to like 0 carbs a day, and they put their body like in a crazy catabolic state
and ketogenic state.
Yeah.
And to be ketogenic is not necessarily bad, because there's a lot of like indigenous people that are ketogenic because all they live off of is fish like
and meat.
10 months out of the year, the Eskimos, that's what they do.
That's all they eat.
That's all they
Whale
eat.
blubber, dude.
Exactly. Fat and meat. And so in that sense, I think it's okay because their body is used to it. Whereas if you go from, like, if you and I were going to try to go
if you go like 50% carbs in your diet to like 10% carbs in your diet,
oh, you're going to hurt.
You're going to fucking crash. You're going to fucking crash. But yeah, that's the biggest selling point of low carb is everybody wants to lose the fat.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think there's a difference between a carb restricted diet and and a strict carb diet.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So a carb restricted diet, I feel like a lot of people think low carb is carb restricted, where you can't eat any carbs at all. But that's completely false because your body, like I said, has a lot of hormone responses when it comes to carbohydrate. You get the insulin spike, post workout. You can have elevated blood sugar, before your workout and during your workout. So I think a stricter carb diet would be more beneficial to people. Kind of like, don't go crazy with your carbs. Just be in control of them. Know the total amount of carbohydrates you're gonna take per day,
and try to stay away from simple carbs.
Try to stay away from simple carbs.
Go complex.
Yeah, go complex carbohydrates like sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Normal potatoes.
Usually carrots. Carrots are really good complex carb on that one. My wife and I actually found rainbow carrots.
What the fuck is a rainbow carrot?
Rainbow carrots are carrots that are every color. That's how they were to start with.
Is it really?
In paleo, yeah. We actually bred carrots to be just orange.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And so
It's the GMO.
basically.
Fuck you, carrot makers. Alright? Give my damn rainbow carrots back.
And so carrots were actually purple.
Are you serious?
In the early 1800s, up until that point, and then
I noticed. Kind of when I go to the grocery store, like you guys that eat corn, corn is like there's some like every now and then you find like a really white corn.
yes,
'Cause that's how it used to be, right?
it used to be really white or
Did they GMO
really dark
They GMO it to be yellow.
to be yellow. They found that strain of corn, yellow corn, is typically sweeter,
And
so they went with it. And so that's what, like they say, corn yellow or yellow corn. That's that market that says, okay, when you grow up, when you're a little kid, what do they tell you yellow or corn color is?
Yellow.
Okay. What do they tell you carrot color is?
Orange.
Exactly. And so they were actually either more white or where you get into like your blue corns. So blue corn.
I've never seen a blue corn.
Really? I guess I just grew up on the farm, so I got to see it all.
So how can we have blue corn in a grocery store?
It's typically not
Sweet.
It's not as sweet. It's more a bland flavor.
But I bet you it has good nutrients though.
It's got great nutrients.
Okay, fuck you, carrot and corn makers. Okay, give me my blue corn. Give me my purple carrots.
There you go.
Okay. I actually don't know that, but that's crazy. Hell yeah. Anyways, where were we again? We're on low carb, right?
Low carb, yeah.
Okay.
Complex carbs.
Yeah. So complex carbs definitely better than simple carbs. So be on a strict carb diet. Don't be on a restricted one. Is what you know. What you say you recommend. You know, track your macronutrients too.
Because that's going to help you fall into your caloric intake.
Yeah. So
because because you're on paleo doesn't mean you get to eat everything.
Yeah. So I used to follow a restricted carb diet, and some of the effects that I found from it was the first week I dropped like 5 pounds.
Yeah.
But that's the majority of that, 90% of that is probably just water weight.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And your glycogen storages get depleted.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have as much blood sugar, as much energy throughout the day. You
get
get irritable.
Yeah. Very irritable.
Irritable, so you get pissed off. If
you get hangry.
Yeah, you get hangry. You're never full.
Yeah.
Never satisfied in your stomach. And I think another detriment that you get is your metabolism drops. You know what I mean? Whenever you lower your body's number one fuel source, you're not gonna be able to burn calories as efficiently.
Yes, I totally agree with that. I mean, carbs are what your body naturally, from our ancestors, that's what we used for energy, was that carb. And so we would go and find roots, and we would eat those roots. And those plants became what we eat today as potatoes and carrots.
Definitely. Oh yeah.
Beets.